There are approximately 100 billion neurons in the human brain, each one capable of forming thousands of connections with other neurons. This means the total number of connections in a single human brain is greater than the number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. This intricate network is the basis of your thoughts, memories, and consciousness. Think about the incredible complexity and potential that exists within you. Every time you learn something new, solve a problem, or have a creative idea, you're literally forging new pathways in this vast and remarkable universe inside your head. The potential for growth and creation isn't just an abstract concept, it's a physical reality constantly expanding and evolving within you. The experience of time for a photon time essentially stops, but does not mean the universe does also. From its perspective, its journey from its origin to its destination is instantaneous regardless of the distance traveled. For example, a photon leaving a distant star and traveling for millions of light years would experience no passage of. Reviewing the facts in physics, there might well be speed limit as suggested in relativity. Photons and neutrons, for example, are limited to light speed. These particles are embedded in your brain. These particles travel at a constanticity of light. When we review Alcubierre warp drive, Michel illustrates an exotic matter is needed to travel faster than light. This idea is challenged by Rodney Koecki quantum physics theory that illustrate approaching light speed. In the void of space lies the Higgs field where reality is adjoining and the process of creating subtract matter lies. Here at the Higgs field, elusive free particles adjoining possible passerflyer ships and/or material trying to travel faster than Einstein's speed limit, where dark energy free of celestial planetary matter exists in the void of empty space. Here, these elusive free particle energies in empty space rush at the chance to stop objects trying to travel faster than light, hence the speed limit. At the Higgs scale is where this activity lingers, but still it is an empty field void. In creating the future of space travel, it's possible to develop warp drive engines in our effort to travel faster than light. Quantum physics space field. Theory shows how an elusive bubble or transporting tunnel might be formed approaching light speed in a ship. As our ship approaches light speed, the front of the ship is pushed downwards on the field grid, allowing the rear end of the space field to raise, forming a bubble-like passage bubble. But rather than a bubble forming, a tunnel is formed. Here again we are fighting the idea of some universal speed limit. But expanse theory discovered by Erwin Hubble changes our recent view due to expansion. Here quantum physics space corridors are formed in the speed of a bubble. It might well be that expansion allows for the faster-than-light travelocity in physics. Formation of a tunneling corridor, where our ship tries to travel faster than light speed, is valid in the elusive free framework of the empty vacuum. Tunneling allows for the expanse of faster-than-light velocities passing through any speed limit.
Instead of accelerating a ship to the speed of light, the Alcubierre drive would manipulate space-time itself. It would create a bubble around the ship, expanding space-time behind the bubble and contracting it in front. The ship itself would not move at light speed. It would be stationary within its local space-time bubble. It's the space-time bubble that would be moving. However, the theory requires a form of exotic matter with negative mass energy density to create this bubble, which we don't yet know how to produce.
Let's review our new slipstream theory. We can view this using the Alcubierre warp bubble. As our ship reaches light speed, a negatively charged bubble is formed. How is it formed? It's formed by the elusive empty vacuum energy that travel throughout dark space. Particle membrane that is not used or attached to a passable-sized chunk of matter like a star or planet, galaxy, or comet. The dark energy left behind by the Big Bang, the beginning of time, and floats elusively trapped in the vacuum of space. It is this elusive dark energy that we will review to negatively charged energy to form our bubble around our ship. Having approached light velocity, our bubble around our ship should have formed. These elusive dark energy membrane are particles. Particles which energy are so small they measure negatively charged particles. This is not exotic matter, as Alcubierre warp drive theory contends, but is real dark energy. This uses the indifference in the Alcubierre warp drive theory and quantum physics theory by Rodney Koecki. Koecki corridor propulsion are the real framework of the cosmos. because quantum physics theory develops this envelope or corridor shaping a full-size bubble by pushing on the space fabric in the front of our ship, causing space in the rear of our ship to raise. IT forms a fully round bubble around the ship, a warp bubble creating a tunnel in which our ship will travel through. A tunnel surveyed by the negative energy formed by our ship traveling at light speed, and stretching forwards creating a surfing-type tunnel to travel through. Space tunneling will attract elusive dark energy to rush around our ship as it approaches light speed. The tunneling will attract these free particles. Why light speed? Light speed brings the building blocks and begins the bonding process of material matter. Since dark energy are elusive membrane and are in motion, nothing begins to seal the particles except empty space, which is also elusive. Alcubierre warp drive theory seems to convey a suitable model for space field in Earth's future. But Kawecki has set forth a condition of space and travel where the existing elements are already there. The idea, if developing greater propulsion force more than warp drive come under spill with Newtonian mechanics and dual acceleration boosting.
This story about space-time engineering, where you don't use the Einstein field equations because you're using the successor theory rather than... In the Einstein theory, the entire planet was pulling on you when you needed to go pee. And your legs, I mean, you're obviously buff, you're fit, you just pulled against an entire planet to get out of your chair. And you won. That's how weak gravity is. That's how space and time is barely bent by all of Earth. Now, you're going to tell me about an Alcubierre warp drive where, okay, no, here's what's going on. The ship is inside of this little bubble of warping. No, it isn't. If somebody's space-time engineering and they can get here from very far away, they're not using general relativity in the standard model, my friends. They're using a successor theory, and we have become pussies.